Hey Capricorn, welcome to your 2024 year in review. This is going to be for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Definitely, if this is like your Sun, definitely check out your Rising and your Moon for these years in review, just so you can get the whole picture. Some of you may have planets in the sign of Capricorn. Some of you were just guided, and I feel more and more many of you are just guided, and I'm so happy you pay attention to your intuition because that's the type of reading this is. We go beyond the cards. So, anyways, I did decide to break these down though. I'm going to do them seasonal. It's interesting. I put on the thumbnails to the ones I've done before you. Um, like the last one was Sagittarius 2024 winter. And then someone pointed out to me, like, well, we're not all in winter. And that is so true. And I don't know why I didn't think of that. So I thank them for the heads up. So this is for January, February, and March, wherever you may be in the world. I hope you find your messages here. I hope they really are life changing and life affirming and, you know, nothing but of the light. Okay, let's talk about why we're doing this reading. One of the main reasons why I do these types of readings is first and foremost, I want you to know what type of year we're moving into. And we're moving into what's called a universal year eight. How you figure that out, by the way, is you just add the year together, and that is the energy of the eight. Um, powerful number, powerful number in Capricorn. I feel you feel right at home with the eight energy, let's say. So what I did is I just jotted some things down that I thought, that I would like you to keep in the back of your mind, hopefully throughout the year. But this is really what we're seeking or what the eight energy is. It's associated with wealth, power, and influence. It's associated with your ambition. You know what I mean? So it is your ambition that creates that wealth. It's not a year of just magic. So we want to keep that in mind. It's our ambition and our capability to go after something. And ultimately, I feel like what it shows you is how strong you truly are, because this is about you. This is a time where there can be huge transformations, but this is a time where we should embrace them because if there's a transformation, it's for our betterment. Sometimes when we're in it, you don't feel that, but that's where you need your trust. You know, think big, think big. I feel you already think that way, but maybe think bigger. Set your goals high and reach for the stars. You know, understand that when there are lows during this year, that there's also a lesson in there. One of my spirit guides told me that during that low, there's something to learn, and it's like boom, I learn it and I rise. So don't look at those lows as woe is me. Okay, how did I get here? Why did I get here? Who put me here? What's going on? You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to ask those questions. I also feel this is a year as you make that wealth, share that wealth. You know, um, be compassionate, be all that energy, you know what I mean? Because it can be such a materialistic type of year and a real growth within our finances. Sometimes we can forget that compassionate side. So, as you share the love, share the wealth. That's what I wrote down. And I'm just going to jump to the end because I feel like you know a lot of this. I feel like our mantra this year should be get comfortable with success, or I am comfortable with success because this year is about success. Now, I have to say, one of the things you want to think about is your last 7 years. And if you keep in mind that we run in 9 year cycles, we're almost at the end of a cycle and about to begin a new one. 2026 will be a brand new one. It's like the fool's energy. So if you look at like, what have I been doing for the last 7 years? Is there anything I've been nurturing? Is there anything on the back burner that I've always wanted to bring to the front burner? This may be your time to shine. Okay, let's go ahead and let's start with Mother Mary. I know my screen goes light and dark. It's like has its own mind. I have tried everything to change it. And you know how you get into your computer and sometimes you get too deep and like then you forget where you were and it's like, oh no, I screwed it all up. I wanted to be careful of not doing that because I've done that a lot. Okay, that didn't take long. Hmm, caring. That's kind of what I was feeling. Caring. Heaven cares for me, and I keep my heart open to caring about myself, others, and the world. Caring. Just wait for the screen to go light. I'm going to read this from the book at the end of the reading. But we'll definitely know why it's there. I already felt it before we even began. Okay, now how I'm going to do this, guys, is I'm going to break each month down. First of all, let me bring this lid down. So for January, we are going to use the Universal Tarot. For February, we're going to use the Psychic Tarot. And then for March, we're going to use the Tarot of Dreams. I've been trying to use the same decks for the majority of the readings because I am looking for synchronicities between you guys, between all of us. I don't know why I say you guys, I'm part of you guys. Or as they would say here in Western Pennsylvania, yins. All right, 4 cups. 4 cups. Discontentment, boredom. I'm not going to do. I want to let you know that I spend quite a bit of time shuffling these decks in between readings. I mean, usually there's a day in between. I don't even do a reading back to back because I feel like I have to give each reading its time, if that makes sense. All right, we're going to start with January. I felt these wanted to come out, so we have the Five of Pentacles. So five. Five speaks about change. By the way, all of a sudden I want to remember to give a shout out to my granddaughter Faith, who is Capricorn on December 26th. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, that's this year. Some of you may have found yourself in some kind of a change. Maybe a change you didn't ask for. Could be some type of like material, like, when I think about the Five of Pentacles, I feel like that person, it's almost like I didn't really expect something to happen, but yet it does. Now, there's something within me, it's like, but I probably did expect it, but maybe I kept denying it to myself. I don't know. But I get that feeling of like, something that happens outside of my control. It's the energy of being thrown onto the cold. However, they're moving right to the Seven of Pentacles. And I feel like, whatever happens around the Seven of Pentacles energy is energy that was meant to be. Because I feel like each pentacle is a soul seed of intention. Different things. Yeah, I don't think we come down here for one thing. I think we come down here for, a lot of experience, different adventures. And sometimes maybe we do have to be moved out of one for the next to open up. Anyway, let's keep going. Hello, full. That's good. And then the Page of Cups. Page of Cups being mirrored by that Five of Pentacles. It almost feels like something emotionally happened. And definitely feel like something happened outside of your control. And, it's a sense of discomfort, yes. But at the same time, and I do feel like, I feel like some of you may have had to spend some time really like almost like healing that inner child energy. And though the Five of Pentacles speaks of Pentacles, because it's mirrored by the Page of Cups, I feel like there's some emotions in there too. And maybe I did suffer like financially, but I also feel like maybe I don't know. But then the Seven of Pentacles says to me that even in that, even in there was a lesson. The Fool is brand new energy. The Fool is someone who is ready to take a leap of faith. I don't know what's going to happen, but for some reason I feel called to this energy. I feel called to take this leap. And maybe I take it, like what do I want to say? Like a blind leap. There's something else I wanted to say. It's making me think of a Bob Seger song. We have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. Under that Five of Pentacles. Look at this, Magician. Manifester. This is your power. By the way, I love seeing the Fool heading to the Seven of Pentacles with the Magician right there connected. Because the Fool's first teacher or mentor in life is a magician. And by the way, what does the magician have above its head? The sign of infinity. Number 8. You see the 8? Infinity. Number 8. To me, I take that 7 plus a 1 and 8, the Fool moving into the next chapter. That would be Universal Year 8. That's why we're doing the readings. Anyways, what I was going to say, this, because there's infinity, I feel like there's nothing that I'm going through or that I've been through or that I'm going to go through that I haven't already been through. It's like a collective wisdom. All right, let's keep going. Hello, Ten of Cups. So it looks like the Fool is going to take a leap. Ten of Cups, the House of Harmony. House of Love. Look at that. There you are. There you are, connected directly to the Ten of Cups. And it's interesting because what's mirroring that, it's the Seven of Cups. It can mean a few different things. I feel like first and foremost, the Seven of Cups, and remember we saw the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a lesson in using your spiritual discernment as it relates to choosing cups. Well, maybe I skipped that chapter because now I'm at the Seven of Cups, and now it feels a little more chaotic, like almost like which way do I go type of energy. And and it's based on a lot of past energy. I've chosen these cups before, and look, here I am thrown out in the cold. All right, let's keep going. Ultimately, we have the Fool here. We have the Magician here. We have a lot of power on the table. We have a lot of love on the table. We do have some hurt on the table, but I have to say that hurt feels like it's already happened. And, again, I get this feeling like I lost something, but yet, and like I'm surprised that I lost it, but yet I feel like, but am I surprised? I don't know. I think that might be something you have to ask yourself because that just keeps coming to my mind for some reason. All right. Hello, Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. So there you are in that Five of Pentacles, feeling thrown on the cold. Maybe you are like, maybe, you know, I don't know, you lost half your pentacles for whatever the reason. The Ten of Pentacles tells me that you can recoup it. I'm sure it means like a lot of things have to happen. Not only do you have the Ten of Pentacles, but you have the Ten of Cups with the Magician and the Fool and your major arcana. Seven of Cups in between that. Interesting. Yeah. So it's like you are asking a question. There's a sense of urgency within the Seven of Cups, which therefore can create, um, chaotic type energy, which makes it even harder to decide, or choose a cup. But maybe I don't have a choice. I gotta, and I feel like, your guides know if you're in that situation, like your guides know that. And because I feel like you have everything it takes to, land within the Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles energy is showing us that. However, there's a lot of energy that lies within that Seven of Cups because I feel like it's all ultimately going to be up to you. When you think about the fool's not really thinking about the past. The sun is at the fool's back. It's like your inner child is alive. Some of you are making like, new financial decisions and maybe even new emotional decisions. Maybe both. All right, let's keep going. We have the Knight of Wands, fast moving energy, passionate. It's like a rush of passion. It's interesting because I said earlier, like, if you're not sure, like, I don't even know what direction to go. I feel like, again, asking your guides for signs. And if you miss them, ask them for, like, You like send me another sign. But be clear in what your intention is in the same time, within the same breath. Because I feel like this is about, guidance. The fool's got free will, so ultimately the fool gets to do whatever the fool wants to do. But he's heading right to this Seven of Pentacles. And to me, that means like this fool is gonna pluck one of the ripened fruits, and then I don't know, and so it begins. All right, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Nice. The Eight of Pentacles attached to the Ten of Cups is great energy from working from home. I get a lot of people lately where I feel like a lot of people are working from home. It's almost like, when we had to work from home, um, never transitioning out of that. And then for others, I feel like, the creations of new businesses, this is great energy for creating something. And again, the Fool's looking at the seven, is heading to the Seven of Pentacles. So whatever seed that is, it's like, it's you, it's yours, it's uniquely yours. Interesting, we go from the seven, it's almost like making that decision where, what I'm going to choose. And then here's the eight. Eight of Pentacles talks about, the Eight of Pentacles is the perfect energy for a universal year eight, because it really is about what I focus on is what I'm going to grow. Though when I say that, I always think, but I want you to live a balanced life. Yes, Pentacles, yes, build them, you know, build them and they shall come. But, also, I mean, it's completely up to you. Maybe you don't want anybody, you know, maybe you're on a different journey. But whatever journey you're on, I feel like there's a lot of potential for success. The Eight of Cups, I'm sorry, the Eight of Pentacles attached to the Ten of Cups, and then the Eight of Pentacles mirroring the Ten of Pentacles. Well, there's growth, there's that wealth. Interesting that we open up with that five, though, right? That Five of Pentacles. But look at this, it's like double. Like I double down. All right. Two swords. Okay. Kind of a bummer. A little bit of a bummer. And I say that because, what I get right off the bat, like, I'm wondering if you have the belief in yourself that your spirit guides have in you. That, again, it's like, your spirit guides know you as a spiritual being, right? They know you in this human body also. And I definitely feel like they're rooting you on. But ultimately, this is your journey. Two swords, I do feel like it's the potential of blocking an opportunity. There is a blindfold on, there is something I don't want to face. I'm not sure why. Look at the bottom of the deck. I have the Ten of Pentacles mirroring it. So I feel like wealth can be yours, and I say wealth, but let's just say abundance. We have the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Hmm. Tower underneath that. I feel like you broke up with someone. For some of you, I feel like it's interesting. I don't know. I feel like it's interesting because I feel like I broke up with someone, or someone broke up with me, and I feel like I just feel like there was more to deal with than just the emotional aspect of it. But I have to say at the same time, there are also some happy memories there. Hmm. All right. You know what? I think I'm going to bring the Gilded Tarot out. I don't clarify all the spreads for all the months, but I feel like we need to clarify a couple things. Hmm. I just saw the Three of Swords. Heartache. All right. So what I really want to look at is what's going on in that Five of Pentacles. What happened? Page of Cups and the Four of Wands. Look at that. Feels like a commitment was broken. You know, it's interesting though. I do feel like there was a commitment that was broken, but it's also interesting because maybe not for everyone, but I do feel for some like this could be like very old energy. I feel like I could even say like I was injured. And I don't feel like I was physically injured, but I feel like, just the whole experience made me feel injured. Feels like your inner child. That place where you love deeply and unconditionally. All right. Okay. Well, then I want to look at the fold. Whoa. I have justice. And then I have the Three of Cups. Interesting. It's almost a celebration of or over justice. Justice, first of all, it's a card of Libra. Um, it can talk about the cutting of ties between who's ever in the Four of Wands. I have to say though, it's called the marriage card, but I get this feeling of like it's so much deeper than that. But nonetheless, even the deepest of love can fall apart. And I feel like it did. I feel like ultimately I had to make the decision to start again, begin new, become the fool. I have a feeling that it took time. Like I feel time. Um, and I don't know. I don't feel like there's any way you're celebrating this. It just doesn't feel like something I would celebrate. All right, I'm going to stay with that because I want a little more clarity. Why do I feel that way? Or how should I be feeling? Balance. You know, justice doesn't always have to mean someone else. It can just mean you and balance you found. Look at this hangman, but he's in the awakened state. How interesting. And then the Ace of Wands. It's go time. Look at that. So this happened. This was difficult. I feel it. But then I feel like now this is happening. Like now I'm being called to be the fool, right? And I feel like as fool, I'm being called to or towards something. Interesting. It's like that Ace of Wands is like the fire in your belly. And then the hangman in the awakened state, right over the Seven of Pentacles. It feels like it's time. Like it's time for one of these pentacles. So the fool's going right to him. Interesting. So I feel like here we go. Because, like we can continue to talk about this. And, I do feel like it was difficult, all of that. Like I feel the pain of it. And I do feel like, like, and it doesn't even have to mean marriage. I feel like, because I feel like it's deeper, like deeper than that. But nonetheless, again, even the deepest of love can have cracks. So I feel like that was then, but this is now. The Fool was about now. I definitely feel like this is a time where you should also really follow your intuition. I feel like the Three Cups is also a little bit of a hint of that what may be coming your way is something that you will be celebrating. I'm feeling justice more, it can be multiple things, but I do feel the energy of also about you, the full feeling whole, right? Because the full doesn't take the past into the present nor the future. And maybe that's the time, right? So healing had to go on. No one's saying that you should go from this energy directly to the full. Sometimes you're forced into that energy, but the full is more about letting it go. Sometimes I can only know what I can only know. But the hangman is in the awakened state. By the way, there's a magician right there. And hello, it's touching the Ten of Cups with the Ace of Wands right next to it. I don't know, guys. Wow, we're still in January. All right. So I feel like some of you, if it's what you choose, like if you do become the Fool, which means you are taking chances and leaps of faith, and you're not being like you're not overthinking it. type of energy. It's like say la vie, c'est la vie. Like I'm letting the past be the past. Doesn't mean that I've forgotten. It just means I'm not gonna allow it to stop me from what is yet out there for me. And listen, I don't know. Maybe this ultimately will be healed because I am feeling that it's deeper than the deep. And then I see the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, so maybe. But I want to come down to the Two of Swords because you have the makings of really, well, I mean, the House of Abundance and the House of Harmony, House of Love, House of Money. Eight of Pentacles, the beginning of it. Sometimes it's the best way to overcome those things that otherwise I feel like I can't get overcome. It's through your creative house. But anyways, let's look at that too. The Four of Pentacles. All right. It's your foundation. I'm going to be honest. This is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling whoever this was back here, I don't feel like their foundation was even though the love feels like, again, deeper than deep, the deepest. I still feel there was cracks. And to me that means there was something with them with their foundation. Now, maybe they were young. Maybe you were young. You know what I mean? It's the page is really representing the people. So they could certainly be of a period of time where, you know, to what I knew. It doesn't mean that I can't fall deeply in love, but it can mean that, you know, life will cause its cracks. And I feel like for some reason, like, why do I not want to know that, see that, or hear that? Yet I do feel like you need to. Maybe you're still mad. I don't know. Okay. Let's leave that there and let's keep moving. Keeping all this in mind, by the way, because I do feel like time is fluid. Um, and what I mean by that is, the Five of Pentacles could have happened, 3 to 6 months ago, maybe even more. Or maybe I was even feeling like, for someone, like 20 years ago, maybe. I'm saying maybe because I don't really want to put a time on it, but I was feeling that time. All right. February. So it's interesting. I feel like January was a little bit of a mixed bag. I feel like if, or those who take on the energy of the Fool, I feel like there is a seed that, again, it's time, it's now. And that the Fool's heading right to it. And the Magician's right under it. So, and that mission, if I choose to accept it, includes the Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. Now, does that mean that it's like, boom, I'm in the Ten of Cups? No, maybe I'm somehow, some way on my journey because we did have like the Eight of Pentacles. That's the willingness to begin. That's to follow those creative outlets, those epiphanies. Excuse me, I just want to get a drink. You know, it's not allowing others to determine what's going to happen in your life. I know Capricorn that their life really seemed to fall apart. Like they seem to have lost one thing after another. It was like a domino effect. But I am going to be honest, it was their fault. It was their actions or their lack of. It was their actions and the lack of. And I don't know if there's going to be any change. You know what I mean? Because this is something that I feel like this person has to know and realize. It's almost like, you could tell them in a million different ways, a million different times, but until they're willing and ready to hear it, that's what I feel about readings. Like some people, I know not everybody's going to get it right away, but I feel like if it's really meant for you, like, something's going to remind you. Like I see signs on TV all the time after I'm done with the reading that, or like a song or something that I'm like, hey, that was just in my reading. And I know, like, I feel like I'm always being validated. I see my birthday all the time. All right, the waiting game. So we had the two swords. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Dang, conflict and defeat. Memories of love. Someone's got you waiting, or maybe you're waiting for someone to change or to overcome something. The five is right in the middle of this. Interesting, the five and the six are connected at 11. Can certainly talk about twin flame. But it doesn't matter who they are. It's like, this five is, it's there. Conflict and defeat coming between. And, I don't know. It's almost like the conflict is theirs. And I almost like feel like they refuse or they're not acting, they're not fixing it, and it becomes your defeat. Now, it could be vice versa, but somebody here is waiting for someone. And I almost feels like it does tie back. Let's keep going. The Ace of Swords. Maybe I'm waiting for communication. The Three of Cups. But it's under conflict and defeat. I just feel like someone may have a drinking problem. Someone, I'm saying a problem. It just may be they drink too much. It may be like when they drink, they wake hungover, and therefore they don't accomplish what they could. Now that is up to each individual, yes. But there's that five and a three, eight. Maybe this is a year they quit. But I feel like Do I sit and wait around for that? I don't think so. Empress, 2 threes, 33. You guys know we see this all the time. I know some are a master number 33. I just did a reading for a master number 33. I won't give the name, but look at this. Another three. 333. 333. Partnerships and alliances. It's like I am waiting for someone or something, but it feels like someone. And I feel like, like I want to say get their shit together. Because I feel like if they would get their shit together, I feel like life would change. Not just for you, but for them also. Almost like, fertility. Who knows? Maybe you did become pregnant. But then I feel this energy of like maybe I love this person so much, but I wouldn't give them a child like that. I don't know. Just keep going. Look at this deception and envy. Oh, soulmates. Says spiritual union. Wow. I feel like there's a lot to work out. Maybe this Ace of Swords is you communicating that I am no longer waiting. I feel like, because I almost feel like I've had communication. This person is going to change, going to fix, whatever it is, um, but then doesn't. I feel someone, when they drink, and I'm just saying drink because it's the cups that's reminding me of it. Um, it's almost like they become different. They become flirtier. They, excuse my language, have more balls type of energy. And it's not serving, it doesn't serve a relationship, that's for sure. It's self serving. So we open up the reading with you in this energy of waiting. Then I see the Empress here. And I feel like, I feel like what's kept me tied to the potential of that energy? Well, because I think they're my soulmate. And I do believe you. But here's the thing I feel like at the same time, maybe if I keep like waiting, if they know that I'm waiting, am I not just, I don't know, like saying that that's who I am when that's not who I am? And again, I feel like, that may be that blindfold where I want something to be the way it feels like it's meant to be. But again, something comes in between that. So I feel like, here you are, it's you making the decision. Hmm. She's on the bottom of the deck. Look at that. The lovers. Wow. Authority is underneath that, the emperor. Interesting. There's the empress. It's like the it's like the emperor is being hidden. Mighty hidden. But what comes between the empress and the emperor? The lovers. Not in between. What connects them? Lovers is ahead of a hard decision. You know, it's like I'm not denying the love. What I am denying is my self respect. Like, I'm not willing to give that up anymore. I'm not willing to wait. I got things to do, people to see, places to go. Doesn't mean I love you less. It just means you don't love me enough. And then I say that and but I feel like they do. But I feel like here they have their own personal issues that nobody can fix but them. And I feel like, and that's that. And maybe they do. I want to shuffle this pretty good. One, two, three, missing the four, five. It's like, and the six we're missing. So we're missing the four, the foundation. And six is really about relationships. Yes. Right. Huh. What do I want to look at? Capricorn, I feel this is pretty deep, but I feel like it needs to be at the same time. I'm just gonna go right across the top, and we'll just let it be whatever it wants to be. Ten of Cups over the waiting game. It's almost like being promised the world and receiving nothing. The Devil, coming right over conflict and defeat, and then the Hermit coming over memories of love. Interesting. Puts Capricorn and Virgo side by side. It's interesting that the devil comes out over, your major arcana comes out over conflict and defeat. So for some of you, it may be you. Like it could be the tables are turned. But I also feel the energy of like an influence over someone, almost like they feel like they can't escape something, but yet, they can. Again, it feels like an illusion. But again, they have to break through that. But then there's the hermit. And, the hermit serves us best in the dark of the night. This is when, sometimes you have to go so low that you have no choice but to ask for help, seek God, seek the light, whatever it may be. Bring your faith back into it. So I feel like that's your journey and that's their journey. Hmm. This may be like, I was saying there's going to be rises and falls because I feel like the potential is so good, but the actuality of it, not so much. It's like somebody's got a dark cloud over their head, and until they move, or whatever it is, two pentacles, three cups over the three cups. Look at that. And the Empress over the Empress. Wow. What's going on here? First of all, I have to say that before those cards even came out, something I noticed was that you have the Two of Cups, then you have the Seven of Cups, which is deception and envy, and then you have partnerships and alliances, three. Maybe something happened here. And maybe, it's interesting because I feel like the Two of Pentacles now, it's putting the ball in your court. So to me, that means the Ace of Swords is coming to you. Communication is coming to you. And, I feel like the first thing I would ask is like, what's different? And then I feel like, look at all these threes. I feel like this is really the potential of someone who, listen, I feel like maybe there is a chance that they raise their vibration to meet yours. I feel like someone may be celebrating having a child, having a baby, or becoming pregnant. That doesn't feel bad. That feels good. Look at that. There's that Ace of Cups. We have the King of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups over the Seven of Swords. It's unconditional love. But that doesn't mean I'll let you do whatever you want to do. It doesn't mean I'll let you cheat on me or flirt with other people or, not be attentive to me. It's not, I won't allow that anymore. But the love, the unconditional love, it feels like it's still there. Can you rebound from the worst? Now, I don't feel like this person's a narcissist, that type, or abusive. I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling like they're stuck within this darkness and but it is of their own making, but they're stuck. Now, they feel stuck. Again, I feel that's illusionary. I feel like this could be years in the making, and I feel like it is them who needs to seek their way out. I do feel like the potential is they do. And that may be when ring ring. Okay, two pentacles, what am I gonna do? Very interesting how this Ace of Cups came over deception and envy, but also is mirrored by the devil, your major arcana. The Nine of Pentacles. Well, I'll tell you one thing. That's a great energy for or for Universal Year 8, because that is success. But that's independent success. You know, it's almost like this Empress. Maybe I was in this energy of waiting and waiting, waiting, and maybe I had enough. I had enough. So I feel like the Empress went off and did her thing and found her way. I feel like the Empress now is a very spiritual being, um, and creative. I do feel like potentially owns her own business. Definitely feels she feels independent. So I feel like if you know, ring ring, man, you know, I feel like if you're not coming in a certain way, don't bother. Excuse me. There's this little birdie out like whispering to her, almost like, hey, heard the Ace of Cups is on its way. Right over the soulmates, spiritual union. Look at this, two nines mirroring each other. Both cards of Virgo, by the way. Um, Do I just move on? It's almost like I feel like we're not getting a definite answer. Like I don't have a definite answer of whether this Empress is saying yes or no to what I feel is potentially coming back to her. But I do feel her growth. And you know, I feel like it took years, but I feel like she's definitely gotten there, and I feel like that's you. But I do feel this other person, you know, I feel like, listen, I feel like if they had that realization, don't forget, we had the hangman in the awakened state. So, you know, there's always that chance. Anyway, here's the Ace of Cups. Okay, I think we just keep moving on. It's almost like it's telling us a story, and it wants to go chapter by chapter. We're just doing it month by month. All right. Tarot of Dreams. So we're following that nine of Pentacles. Independent success, by the way. You know who benefits from the effort and the time and the work to build that success? You do. I feel like this may be a year where more people are starting businesses from their home than ever before. I just feel like there's more opportunities too. I'm grabbing a drink. I'm doing this at night, just so you know. Sunday night. I probably won't put it out till tomorrow, but just want you to know that it's an evening reading, and I feel like they always go deeper in the evening. Look at this, faith, faith. Very first card. Card of Tars. Six of Swords. Look at that. Four of Swords. Palace of Wands. Nine of Wands. I already know this saying. I feel like right off the bat, I know the story. I knew it right from the very first card. But I feel like there's that four. I think I was already looking for that. Four of Wands or Four of Pentacles. I like that under Six of Swords. Chariot. Beautiful. And then the Four of Cups. We saw that earlier. Normally I'd be like, oh, because it is discontentment and boredom in one's life, but it's mirrored by the Nine of Wands. So it's a reflection over that. I feel like here's what's happening. Three of Wands. I feel like it wanted to be turned around, so we're going to turn it around. It's an optimistic view. So we open up this reading with the energy of faith, and I feel like someone's praying here. I feel like someone has gotten down on their knees. And I do feel like whatever was like toxic to them, I do feel like they put it behind them. I feel like healing, the Four of Swords, is saying, uh, whatever needed healed has been healed, and will continue to, healing is a one-time thing. It's on and on and on, right? Uh, I feel like someone's also taking their responsibility within a situation, like saying like this was my responsibility. But here's the thing, I feel like within the understanding of that responsibility, this person's actually become stronger. I feel like first of all, if I kick something here, I deserve, like congratulations. I feel like someone, even if they had you waiting, I feel like they sat in a place of discontentment. I'm not really done. I shouldn't have taken that yet, so we're going to put it down here. Three of Wands. Different look at life. King of Swords. Well, the King of Swords represents truth. He represents integrity. Eight of Wands. This is a positive movement forward. Coming under the Chariot. The Chariot, we didn't really talk about that. Chariot, first of all, we're in the year of the Chariot. And this year may be in the year of healing for many people. Um, Eternally, like I definitely feel that. And I feel like these are the things that needed to be healed. Because listen, I feel like this eight is for everybody, is universal. And everyone should be able to enjoy it in some way. So, anyways, I feel like that conversation's happening. And then I feel the Four of Wands or the Four of Pentacles. I don't know. I keep saying that. I was looking for that because I feel like that is really, saying that I understand, like that, there were cracks in the foundation. And now I feel like this is about a strong foundation. And the Three of Wands just feels like, I'm looking at things, I don't want to say differently, but I'm looking at my future, even our future, in a very optimistic way. Chariot is really about there's no limit to the potential. It's about the masculine and the feminine coming to balance. It's like the emperor and the empress coming to balance, the lovers coming to balance, the soulmates coming to balance. Eight of Wands, what I think about, I bring about. Now it's coming from a healed perspective. Hello, Empress again. I mean, hello, third time. Third time's a charm. Three's the name of the game. I mean, threes are mirroring each other. I do feel like there's someone who, there may be ultimately someone that, I'm hoping that this is like really a love story and you may have a child together. I'm seeing the Palace of Wands there. And ultimately, that's the energy I'm shooting for. But I see these Four of Swords right before it. First, I see Six of Swords. That's saying that I looked at what's toxic, broke it down. I understand it. Whether it be people's substance or things or my thoughts, or a mixture of all that. Took the blindfolds off and I looked at it. Now, whether it be you or that other person or both, again, I do feel like someone like almost brought down to their knees. Maybe it's through the healing process that I understood all of this. But I feel like, whatever it is that I wanted someone to leave, I feel like here is the potential. I'm just going to say potential. All right. It's interesting. Keep seeing the Empress. And that is the mother figure. And I do feel like for some of you, it's a motherly guide. And it's like, mothers want to be acknowledged here. So I want to acknowledge them. All right. Just gonna just say, let's start at the top. Seven of Swords, ever, faith. Heal that. Please heal that. The Magician over Six of Swords, perfect. Look at this. The Lovers over the Four of Swords. The Lovers over the Four of Swords, healing. Not just for one, but for both. And then, well, hello, Four of Swords. So, I should have looked at that, but here we go. Healing on all sides, right? And then the Magician on the other side. What was prayed to be healed, whatever lied within that Seven of Swords energy. And I feel like, you know, I mean, the way I'm reading it, they did it. I don't know why I didn't look at the bottom of the deck. Justice. Maybe it means the lovers are now coming back to whole. Those cups are now balanced. That's what it feels like. I feel like some of you, I mean, this is definitely either soulmate or twin flame energy. There's no doubt in my mind. Now, maybe the other person had a karmic they had to deal with, and they had to learn there's nothing we could do. Six of Swords. It's like someone's praying to allow me to leave that toxicity in the past. I see my ways. I understand them, God. Help me to heal them. All the swords I may have caused. Page of Cups. Knight of Swords. With that, Ten of Pentacles. I had to do a double take there. Hello, Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. And then the Six of Wands. Victorious. Wow, where to start? So Six of Swords is mirroring the Ten of Pentacles, first of all. Six of Swords, again, I feel like someone prayed for help. They prayed for help and they received help. And I feel like as they received that help, movement was needed. And I feel like movement is what they did. And listen, I feel like whoever I'm talking about, I feel like this is something that had been with them for like whatever, I don't know, I don't want to call it an element. I want to call it, I don't know. Um, let's just say dark shadow has been with them for quite a long time. You know, probably since they were a child. And it hadn't been dealt with. And I feel like so now it's been dealt with. And I feel like ultimately, so this person is Six of Swords is mirroring the Ten of Pentacles. So can that Ten of Pentacles be had? Yes. Coming over the Four of Cups. So, you know, first of all, I'm discontent and bored within my life. Now, this could talk about you. I don't know. Because this person's receiving a cup and they're being asked to use their spiritual discernment relating to whether I take that cup. But then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is like guardian angel energy. This knight is a slow moving knight. And I felt time. I may be feeling lifetimes. This knight comes in at the right time, not before, not after, at the right time. Remember how the Fool was heading to that Seven of Pentacles, that tree? It's like this knight is the determiner of whether that, you know, that seed is ready to be plucked at the right time. And when the timing is right, I feel like you feel it. You feel it. And then victory is yours. And it's over the Eight of Wands, by the way, what I think about and bring about. Not only is it yours, but it's mirrored by another six, again, the Lovers. And in between that is the Knight of Swords. I don't know how this is going down. I feel like it's going down in a few different ways. I'm going to take one more. You know, I don't feel like this Empress needs any help, but at the same time, I feel like if I'm introducing or reintroducing anybody into my life, I know without a shadow of a doubt that they must be of a certain vibration like that. So I feel like that's something that you've learned. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. You remember how way back in January I said I did not feel, I felt that this Four of Wands was so much deeper than the normal Four of Wands, the normal marriage, the normal commitment. It just felt deeper. I don't know how else to explain it. Spiritually, but here on earth. And I feel like that is talking about soulmate or twin flame. Ultimately, this may be who you start a family with. However this comes to you, I feel like, first of all, it's saying don't wait for another to get their shit together. Do your thing, build your thing, have success for yourself. You have the capability. Um, like don't wait around because I feel like that just gives someone an excuse. Now, if tables are turned, I just still have the same advice. Uh, because I feel like, until this dark cloud, I feel like, again, it's illusionary, but it's strong. So it has to be dealt with. It has to be dealt with because I feel like whoever that dark cloud's around, boy, it seems like they just feel like they lost, they lost, they lost, they lost. And I feel like they'll continue to lose if something doesn't change. Anyway, Capricorn. I feel like this reading, though it's talking about the success that you can have. I mean, we see the Ten of Pentacles now two times, if not three. The Ten of Cups, we see the Palace of Wands. You know what I mean? Like we see everything that we need to see. The Empress, like, forget about it. Especially with the Eight of Wands next to her. Like, if I'm receiving epiphanies, like when I receive them, I put them out. Or whatever it is that I want to put out there, boom, I put it out in the universe, boom, it brings it back to me. But yet, here's this Knight of Pentacles at the right time. When the timing is right. When is that? When the timing is right. Like I can ask the Knight of Pentacles every way to dawn, like, what is the right time? And it'll be the same answer when the timing is right. Now, I already know it means like certain area just needs to be cleared up because what's the sense otherwise? Anyway, how much do I love the Knight of Pentacles is the one that's mirroring the Four of Wands, the marriage card here. It's like guardian angel energy bringing in this Four of Wands energy. But don't think this Empress and her ability to manifest also. And then the Magician, right? Here's the Magician. Right next to the Lovers. I feel like, wow. All right. I feel like, it brings us full circle. It really does. It's like, I can't wait to do your spring. There's certain readings that I've done so far where I cannot wait to do the spring. But I am going to wait. Make sure you have your notifications on. Um, we're going to read Mother Mary's card. While I'm picking these up, I do want to remind you guys, I am running a holiday special that really is over, but I have extended it for, I don't know, today's Sunday, probably until the end of next week at the latest. And it's a buy one, get one free reading, a personal reading with me. It's like 2 hours long, 1.5, 2 hours long. And I only do it once every couple of years because it takes a lot of energy. You know what I mean? I want to give each reading everything. So, anyways, I'm offering that. I I do have a membership program, though, I need to get more active. Trying to do too much you know why? Because I know it's a personal year 8 coming next year. So maybe I just need to put things on paper and then bring them to fruition next year. Anyways, where's Mother Mary? Oh, here you go. I forget what I was going to say. Caring. Caring. Mother Mary sends you this card as a reminder that she cares deeply for you and your family. Although you may sometimes feel alone, you are definitely watched over and protected. When life is stressful, though, as it has been lately for you, you may not feel the Blessed Mother's loving presence. So, carry this message with you to help you know that divine love is here for you. This message also asks you to keep your heart open and continue caring for others, even though you may feel unappreciated or used. Remember that your spiritual path is to be loving and helpful, not to change others. However, you don't need to, nor should you, stay in any abusive or toxic situation or relationship. You can care for someone from afar. Most important, care for yourself, dear one. Take time for you and attend to things that are important for your health, happiness, and well being. Amen. Amen. I love you guys. Um, Thank you for a great 2023. And I'm doing this a little early and I'm doing with purpose early because I feel like there are some energies that we can, like eliminate really to so we can take full advantage of what the year is going to bring. Know what your personal year number is. Again, that's your birth. I don't know if I even said it, but that's taking your birth month plus the day you were born. Add that together, bring it to a single digit, and then add it to, well, it's going to be an 8. So universal year 8. So add the 8 plus that digit and bring that to a single digit, and that'll be what your personal year is going to be. That makes sense. But you can find all that stuff, know your life path. You can find all that on the internet. Anyway, I love you guys so much. I thank you. I will see you next time at our table. Bye bye.